Hello everyone, this is Ether Dragon, and welcome back to another episode of Fire Emblem Heroes. So, we're finishing tap battles off today with the extra stages on Hard Expert, so let's just get straight to it. That was an awkward audio cut from the game. That occasionally happens only for tap battles, I don't know why. But I don't know what to talk about anymore at this point. I could just talk about, I guess, the channel. I think I just recently hit 50 subscribers, which is interesting to say the least. Because I just post videos up, just on a whim. It's honestly, the daily uploads are just kind of a result of the content that's in the game. Because if I upload, say, one a day, like I'm doing right now, I basically don't release a video for the day if I'm too busy to. That's honestly only the real reason why. I basically upload videos and keep them unlisted until I want to make them public. So I have a small queue of unlisted videos that just need to be made public when I want to officially release them. So I don't know, there's Arena Assault and Arena, so that's already 2 videos. Technically I do an Arena video every other week though, so that doesn't really count. Then there's like Ether Raids replays for the week. I don't actually know what takes up what I'm doing. I guess there's events and things that goes on where it so happens that I have a lot of videos backed up. Because when events happen, like tap battles, that's already guaranteed to be at least 2 videos somewhere. I guess I don't technically do daily uploads, do I? Probably don't. I'm too busy. I don't notice. But I don't know, I'm just uploading these videos again just for shizzles and giggles. I'm pretty sure if you're not here just to listen to me randomly talk about things, I don't know why you'd be interested in someone S-ranking tap battles. Because there's absolutely no point to it other than getting a nice pop-up that says you S-ranked. Which is, I guess, something, but not really. I think it kind of goes back to the I just missed feels bad, man. I just missed the lane. It kind of goes back to the abyssal content where they just have accessories as rewards. I don't think they want to tie something to S ranking all the tap battles stages, because again then that would mean people would actually need skill, and having skill in this game is blasphemy, Kappa. I was trying to think of the word. But seriously, I feel like they should just try it. Oh, rip. I forgot. Oh. Definitely brain dead right now, so I don't know what to talk about. Definitely just randomly talking about things that come to mind. I guess I could talk about more about the Hostile Springs banner, I guess. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Probably more about the skills, if anything. Because stat line wise, I don't know what I'm doing there. I'm just hesitating, and then I tap too fast or tap too slow. So, let's see, who to start with? I guess Ryoma? I think the only thing he has new to the table is its curtains, which is definitely a pretty solid weapon for defensive game modes, or I guess like defense teams and things and setups, because it gives you -2 cooldown to your special at the start of turn 1, so it's Kind of, it's not necessarily just a one-trick pony, because you can use it to set up special spiral and other things. But, okay. Now, okay, don't mind that. So, I don't know what went wrong in the audio, so I think I'll just backtrack to saying how Ryoma, the only thing he has from the Hostile Springs banner that's basically new is its curtains, which is a cool inheritable lance that grants -2 cooldown to your special at turn 1. I don't know why I keep screwing up there. I keep making the same mistake. I don't know why. It's probably out of habit from other tap battles stages, I guess, but it definitely is an interesting gimmick. It's useful for stuff maybe like Ether Raid's defense or even an arena defense team, because getting two charges off your special is nice. The only drawback, of course, is there's no built-in... Oh my gosh, that was terrible. There's no built-in special cooldown reduction like the slaying lance. So basically, you're stuck with the base cooldown of the specials. You just get an extra one for extra cooldown charge at the start of turn 1. But it can be useful, say you use Steady Breath or something on a 4 cooldown special like Ignis, and you pair it with special Spiral or something. It could be useful. I think I'm just tapping too slow, or I'm tapping in the wrong rhythm, so it's not lining up. I gotta figure out what the rhythm is. But yeah, it'll definitely be good for some gimmicks. And of course with C skill options to accelerate cooldown, or even the stuff we just got in the banner, like Grand Scratcher Plus on Sakura, which I'll talk about in a bit. You can definitely do stuff like have Miracle up turn 1 on multiple units. It's probably pretty scary if people get creative with it, because even getting a 3 cooldown special up on turn 1 is still pretty strong. Although 4 cooldown's kind of the ultimate goal. 4 cooldown specials just have a lot of potential for bonus damage. Like if you have 40 defense and you have Ignis up turn 1, it's basically a 3 plus 32 damage, assuming your base damage is actually more than 0. So yeah, I'm just tapping in the wrong rhythm. I don't quite know what the rhythm is because the soundtrack screwed me over. The one time it screws me over, goodness sakes. Okay, I don't know what happened there, but yeah, we'll see what people do with its curtains. There's a lot of memes out there about how it's curtains for Navarre and stuff, because of course, aside from his built-in -1 cooldown excel, which is definitely a solid effect, this is just basically his refined but for lance units, and it's inheritable. Of course, Navarre gets 2 more base might, but I mean, that's not much in the grand scheme of things. I'm just trying to focus there, because I was like, I'm not screwing that over again. But who else is on the banner? I already forgot. I guess since I was talking about Grand Scratcher Plus, might as well move on to Sakura. Fire Flood Balm Plus is not too bad. +6 attack and res is definitely useful in certain situations. If you can only have certain buffs, buffing to attack and res in some game modes, like maybe even Ether Raids is pretty useful. Of course, speed's a big thing in Ether Raids right now. At least from my experience, I don't know for other folks if speed's a big deal. Definitely get outsped a lot, or I can't pick up doubles to kill, especially with stuff like Wary Fighter and such running around. But this one looks a little bit more challenging, so see how the commentary goes. But Grand Scratcher Plus. It's I don't know if the wording's something's like missing from the wording, but I think it says it gives -1 cooldown excel at the start of turn 1 to the unit with the units with the highest attack, or allies with the highest attack. But I don't think it has the clause that says excludes unit. So you know me. The first thing I think of is Ether Raids. And what happens if you get 6 healers or something? Or even just 5 healers if it works on the unit. So I haven't seen any videos, or because I haven't been looking for them, but I haven't seen any videos or posts about it. So I don't know if you can say run a ton of Sakuras and just have Miracle up turn 1 for the memes. But that will probably be something interesting that can be done. Okay, so that armor unit does not come the same time as the previous one too that does. It's a little later, so I gotta delay that. But definitely going to be interesting. I wonder how much brain damage is going to be, because that kind of effect is definitely abusable, especially in terms of attack. There's so many skills and generic stat lines, or IVs, or refines, or things where you can manipulate attack pretty easily. Maybe not by like, I need 1 extra attack, then you'd have to use something like attack +1 seal or something funny like that. Of course, if everyone has the same attack, then of course they all also get affected by chill attack for the memes. But, I mean, no one's really thinking about that, right? I actually memed myself during an Ether Raids offense match, where I thought one of the New Year weapons, I think it's the Gation Plus, or however you pronounce it, I thought it had chill speed. That's not right. It has chill attack, so Nino missed a kill by I'm trying to focus. Missed by 1 attack or something, so feels bad, man. She lost 7 attack. Because I calculated, I was like, this is overkill, this is fine. And then I was like, she didn't kill, what? And then I was like, oh, chill attack. Awkward. Kabura Ya, or however you pronounce it, has the whatchamacallit, chill speed. Man, I'm brain dead. So there's that. I guess I'll see you when I finish it on casual. Probably will take a while, because I'm brain dead. Okay, there we go. Didn't get the pop-up message for the recording. Feels bad, man. But that's it for this series of tap battles. I guess I don't really know what to do while I finish talking about the whatchamacallit. Man, I'm really brain dead right now. Talk about the banner. I guess you could have the banner up so I can actually remember things. So, Sakura, again, Fire Flood Bomb, not the greatest, but it does have its use if that's all the buffing you can get. Grand Scratcher Plus definitely is going to be funny. See how people use it, more particularly the whales, probably. I guess Elise, Red Hot Ducks. I mean, Attack Feint. I think she has Attack Feint. Could be wrong about that. But I guess Feint skills are already kind of dead. because they're too rare. I definitely would have liked to use them myself and say try them out in arena, because of course in arena and such you use rallies a ton, so getting a debuff on top of that would be pretty cool, considering I don't run any debuffs other than Panic Ploy, which technically isn't a debuff. It's a status effect that causes debuffs, I guess, if you want to word it that way. But nothing much there. But then there's Red Hot Ducks, which is basically the Vassal's Blade or the Giga Excalibur for dagger units. And I think it's going to be pretty good on some dagger units, because there are some speedy dagger units out there, and with decent attack as well. And they're colorless. One of them being, say, Legault. Not the greatest attack. I can't remember his base stats, but they're decent enough to where you can get quite a bit of speed. So running that, say like an AoE special, and you'll be getting quite a bit of free damage in, because it all stacks. But I honestly think mages would like that effect more over physical units. The thing about daggers though is that they can debuff, so they have that going for them, because they can go attack a unit, and a tanky unit nearby then loses 7 defense and res, which makes them a lot easier to beat. And when we get to the Ether Raid replays, you'll see that happen once or twice, where the debuff from air's attack actually comes into play, I think. And then of course there's Hinoka with stuff like Flyer Orders, which is interesting. It's Flyer Formation slash... it's basically Grimoire, I believe, from Halloween Noe. You can just move... it grants a status to adjacent flyers, where they can move to unit 2 spaces. So I guess it could be spooky on Ether Raids again, because then more units will be in range to attack and such. Because if you're in a formation, let me just get into a map, I guess, with this team. Sure, why not? These are all flyers, might as well, am I right? So if you get into a formation like this, and the unit with air orders is right there, where Legendary Azura is, then Noe, they would be like Noe. You could teleport to any of these spaces. So that's pretty cool. But, I mean, outside of that, maybe if, say, a unit moves like here, then this unit can move to where Gunter is right now. But, I mean, definitely, I think it's pretty niche. We'll see if people find a use for it to, like, spook people on Ether Raids. Pretty sure people will. That's kind of inevitable, am I right? So there's that, and then she has the dagger, was it Splashy Bucket Plus, that grants effectiveness against dragons, and then it's basically half of Mystic's boost effect, where it gets rid of the adaptive damage on dragons and ignores Raffle's staff. Disables, that's the word. It's basically this, but doesn't restore 6 HP after combat. That's pretty good. Definitely on some daggers. Definitely could use that for sure. And of course, Dragon Slaying. I've already seen plenty of usage off of the, I think it's Sky Mayugi. I can't remember which one's which anymore. I know Cloud Mayugi is for against dragons. I think Sky Mayugi is against armored. Could be wrong, could be Cav. Doesn't matter. Point being, I've used it on some of my friends. Some of my friends have dagger units built to +10, and they have those daggers on them. And that even with like 50 attack, they still work pretty well, because again, it's how the damage calcs work. As long as the armored unit isn't giga tanky, like 50 plus defense. Even having 50 attack means you have 75 attack versus an armored unit. So if they only have like 40 defense, quote unquote only, then you'd still do 35 times 2 if you double, which is obviously most likely a kill. So definitely see some use out of it. Of course, Hinoka is a green flying dagger unit, which is new, but not really. It's a new weapon movement class, like, used together. But in general, the green flying melee thing, we just had use Fjorm. So kind of similar, except of course daggers get their debuffs and this is effective in dragons and such. But of course, because of memes, we can still have units like Adult Tiki wall the heck out of them, unless they stack, I don't know, 70 plus attack, base attack, which is feasible, but not going to be incredibly common unless you're going to be facing lots of whales. Besides plus 10 that, but putting it on a colorless dagger would dagger unit would definitely be much better in my opinion, unless you're, I don't know, unless you really don't like legendary Tiki or something, then you would run on a green dagger like Hinoka. And as for people saying like, oh, it's so great because it forces the dragons to attack Hinoka's res, but then you look at her base stats and it's like, she's facing a red dragon or even maybe some green dragon, she's still going to die. She doesn't have that much. She has 35 offenses, so an offensive spread, so her bulk's not the greatest. And of course they invest a little more into res over defense, so the nullification of the adaptive effect on dragon breaths won't change things. I don't know. We'll see how it plays as we get into a few more weeks of it being in the game, but that it being locked to a seasonal banner right now on a 4-unit focus is not the greatest. Of course, it's on green, which is the easiest color to try to snipe for. But again, it's locked to a seasonal banner. It's not in the permanent pool. So, at least I think this is seasonal. I could be wrong, but no, it's Celestial Hero, so it's definitely seasonal. But anyway, that's enough rambling. That's going to be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye. Okay, so, just finished recording the tap battles thing. Realized I didn't, actually, I don't think I showed all this yet. So, I don't know why people would, I don't know, it's all done, don't have to worry, it's all S ranked. Still continuing the S ranked trend, nothing special. I guess, while we're here, I'll be back in a second, because we're gonna do some memes, really quick memes. Okay, so Choose Your Legends 3 is going on right now, and back in Choose Your Legends 2, there was a meme going around for people to vote for Brigand Boss for CYL just for the memes, because why not? And I really don't care too much to vote in CYL for units that I quote-unquote want, because I haven't played the mainstream Fire Emblem games, so I don't know much about them, so I don't really have a connection to characters other than the units that I have and been using a lot in Fire Emblem Heroes, so like Nino and Adult Tiki and stuff. But it's like, I don't really need to vote for ults on them. They're inevitably going to probably get more. Tiki's already got plenty of ults, and Nino already has one, I believe, the flying version from Elysian Travelers, was it? I could be wrong, I forget now. But yeah, we're just bringing back the meme. So I just been voting for Brigand Boss every day. Yeah, that's let me get back to the game. Oh wait, I realized I didn't show my ballot, so yeah, here you go. Alright, let me get back to the game. Alright, yeah, that's pretty much it. Nothing. I just forgot about showing the rest. I don't know if I already did, but confirmation that the rest of tap battle's done. But yeah, friggin' boss memes, Kappa. He's not in top 20, so obviously he's definitely not going to win, but I'll see how he places this time around. He did, I think it was in the top around rank 250. I forget what his ranking was in COL2, but it was pretty funny. But that's gonna be it for this episode. Thanks for watching. As always, this is Ether Dragon, and hope to see you all next time. Bye.